Let's prepare on method of joints. Method of joints. So in this chapter we are going to see the steps to find the forces in the members of the truss using the method of joints. Okay, so when we have to prefer this method means when the truss size is very smaller or the member force they are asking in the question is nearer to a joint that is at the supports means it is very easy, so we can find the answer quickly. Okay, but when it is in the middle of the structure or it is a large structure means we have to go for the method of sections. So first let us see the steps to find the method of joints. So if you see the steps given here, in the first step you should find the reaction forces at the support. So definitely there will be supports in the truss, so you have to find the reactions first there because we are going to start from there only. Okay, and after that the step 2 is choose a joint with maximum of 2 unknown forces. Okay, so after finding that reactions, now we have to choose a nearer joint to that support. Okay, so such that there should be only 2 unknown forces, not more than that. Why means we know that only two equilibrium equations will be using here. So one is the horizontal reactions is equal to 0 and the another one is the vertical reactions are equal to 0. So we can find only two unknowns. So we have to choose such a joint so that we can solve the next step. Okay, and after that the third step is you have to draw the free body diagram of that joint. Free body diagram means nothing but it is the forces that is acting at that joint. Okay, and then the step 4 is you have to repeat the step 2 and 3 again and again with various joints so that you can finally complete all the analysis of that whole structure. So this is what the procedure to do this method of joints. Okay, so let us go into a problem so that we will be very clear. So this is the problem given. So it is a very big truss only and having two support reactions at that point and a 50 kilonewton weight is acting in the middle. Okay, they have asked to find the force in member AB. So AB only, that is the center point alone they have asked. So we have to find there alone, that is enough here. Okay, so in this case if you see means the member we want to find is this AB. Okay, and it is nearer to the center and a vertical load is applied here. Only that load is applied in the whole structure. Okay, so that we can skip the step 1 because if we start from here means also there is no use of this reactions to find this member. Okay, if we are doing if we are going to analyze the whole structure means only you should do that, follow that steps, that is you should start from the support reactions. Here only in the question they have asked to find the force in the member AB. In such cases you can directly go to the joint which is nearer to that. Okay, so before that we want to find this angle theta, then only the inclined member can be converted into horizontal and vertical members. So to find theta the x and y directions length should be needed. So in this panel it is 1.5 meter and the height is also 1.5 meter, that is given here. So obviously it will be tan theta is same, that is 1.5 by 1.5 means theta will be 45 degree only. So the theta here is 45 degree. Okay, so with this we can go for the joint. So now we can take D joint or B joint because these both are only directly below the load of that load that is applied here, so it will be easy. Whereas if you take A means it has 5 unknown reactions, so it is difficult for us. Okay, so now we should take D or B. So now look into that which will be easier like that to see. Okay, so in D there is only 3 unknowns whereas in B there is 5 unknowns. Okay, so you should choose the minimum only, so you should go for this D. Okay, so at the joint D apply that vertical reactions is equal to 0. When you apply that only one vertical member is there, so it is easy for us to find the answer. Okay, so obviously the member DB, so this member will be obviously 50 kilonewton only because no other vertical member is there. So BD will be 50 kilonewton which is compression. Okay, so compression means if the joint is like this means the load will be acting like this towards the joint, so that means the member is in compression. So if the member is acting like this away from the joint means it is called as tension member. Okay, so here the force is acting towards the joint, that is at the D the 50 kilonewton is acting towards the joint. So the another force that should be acting will be like this only, which is a compression. Okay, so here this FBD is equal to 50 kilonewton, that is compression. So we have found out this. So now we can go for the joint B, because in the joint B, if you apply the vertical reactions means 1, 2 and 3. We are having 3 members here, that is vertical member, only 3 unknowns is there. In that we have found BD, so only 2 unknowns, so we can go for that method, that joint. Okay, so when you apply here, it will be FBA, that is the force in the member BA means this member, into sine 45. So sine 45 means only you will be getting the vertical, that is the vertical reactions. Okay, so if it is a horizontal reaction means, that is if you are putting sigma f x is equal to 0 means, then you should go for cos 45 degree. So you know that, no? So when you take sine 45 only, you will be getting this vertical member of this inclined force. Okay, so here FBA into sine 45 plus FBC into sine 45, which will be equal to the another vertical member, that is 50, that is your DB, force in the DB member. Okay, so due to the symmetry actions here, because this is 1.5, this is 1.5, the angle is also similar, the load is also applied in the center only, and the height is also, it's 1.5, same for both, so it is similar. The force in the BA and the force in the BC will be equal. So you can consider this FBA and FBC as equal here. So you can write it as 2 FBA sine 45 is equal to 50. So sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So when you take FB, it is 50 by 2 into root 2, that is 25 root 2 kilonewton. So this will be in tension. Okay, so this is all with the method of this joints to find a single force member. Here I have given another example, that is the second one. So if you see in this method, you can directly find the answer itself. Okay, so first you have to analyze the truss, because we know some hints for finding the zero force member. So if you can do something with that idea means, you can find the answer directly. If it is not possible means, only you have to go for the method of joints or section. Okay, so always in the competitive exam, that will be preferable, so that you can find the answer quickly. Okay, so here if you see means, here a support reaction is there, and here also a support reaction is there. So these two will be a non-zero member only. Okay, so when this is a non-member, this is also a non-zero member only. So we have already seen like this triangle truss. So when the load is acting like this, it will be transferred to this members. Okay, but when the load is acting like this, this will be purely taken by this member. So this type of method stresses we have already seen in the zero force member lecture. Okay, so the same idea is used here. Okay, so this 20 kilonewton will be transferred to this member and this member. Okay, whereas the 16 kilonewton, or they have given us ton, 16 ton will be taken by this single member only. So in the question they have asked for the force in the member AB, so which will be equal to 16T only. So you can directly find the answer for this question. Then the third example, if you see means, here also it is a truss is given, and only 4T. Here a force of 4T is acting downwards, so that is the only value given in the question. So first let us find the support reactions. So only one vertical reaction. So here 2T and here 2T will be there. Okay, because it is a symmetrical, so obviously it has to be equally splitted in the reactions. Okay, so it is 2T upwards and 2T upwards in the left and right hand. So now the question is to find the force in the member CD. So you can directly take the joint, which is easy for us to find. Okay, so we also know that according to that zero force member theory, here when the reaction is 20, that is 2 ton in the straight to the support means, then this will be a non-zero member, and that only will be carrying the 2 ton directly. So this will be a zero force member. So this we know already. Okay, so when this is the case, obviously DE member, the force in the DE will be equal to 2 ton. So this we know already. So now we can go for the joint D, because there we know already one member, so only 2 members are remaining, so that there is only 2 unknowns are there, so it will be easy for us to find the answer there. Okay, so at the point D, if you take the summation of vertical reactions is equal to 0, so we will be getting df sine 45. So why this df sine 45 means, so this is also this height is also 4 meter and this width is also 4 meter. So the angle between this truss, no, so this will be 45 degree only. So when this is 45 degree, this df member, when it has to be converted to a vertical reaction, means it should be df sine 45. So df sine 45 will be equal to de. So de we have already found out. So it is 2t and sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So df will be equal to 2t root 2. So now we have found the df. Okay, so now we can go for the next thing, that is summation of horizontal reactions is equal to 0. So when that is the case, this dc will be equal to df cos 45, because cos 45 is only the horizontal reaction. Okay, so df into cos 45 means it is 2t root 2 into 1 by root 2. So we are getting 2t. So the reaction in the member FD, that is the force in the member CD, is equal to 2t. So this is all about the method of joints. So you prepare and you work out more questions, so then only you can be very confident in this chapter. Thank you and keep watching for the next lecture on method of section.